Consider this a life update. Reality from social media, especially when we spend 90% of our time on social media. Hi favies, and welcome back to yet another video. If you're new here, hi, I'm some girl you happen to know, and I'm so glad you're here. I hope you stick around. Happy New Year! Before we go anywhere, Happy New Year! We're still in the New Year because this is Feb, so Happy New Year, babies! Before we go any further, grab your popcorn, grab your drink, your beverage, your tea, your coffee. But yeah, let's get into this. Consider this a live update. By the way, I'm with my laptop. I have a script. For the first time ever, I have a script. So yeah. Also, if you hear background noise, I hope you won't. I'm outside, change of scenery. So yeah. I'm really excited to make this video. I made this video yesterday and my head was cropped out. I'm hoping that's not the case today, but I'm super excited to make this video. My phone is lopsided, but it's fine. So yeah, I had a well dictated plan for how I wanted 2025 to go. Like written plan, talk to my parents and everything. That's how dictated this plan was. But well, things didn't go as planned. And so here I am rearranging my entire life. Yeah, that includes my content on all platforms, my TikTok, my Instagram, and my YouTube. I opened a TikTok account in December. I'm not where I want to be, but that's the reason for this video. So yeah, I want to talk about being a homebody. This is what I want to talk about for now. So I've transitioned to being a homebody, meaning I work from home. So 90% of my life is happening at home. Yeah, it's been a bit weird, because I'm kind of in a boring routine, which I don't like, but I'm going to make sure I get to do the best thing for myself using this video. Yeah, I hope I'm not rambling, mumbling, and I hope I'm not all over the place. Anyway, I want to say sometimes I do feel like I'm wasting away my 20s because I look around social media and people my age or people even younger than me have it all figured out. Well, at least that's what social media portrays. And it's very hard to separate reality from social media, especially when we spend 90% of our time on social media. And so I'm promising myself I'm not going to let social media dictate how I'm going to live my life. But yeah. Oh, also, I read somewhere. Our timelines aren't the same. Just because we don't achieve what we want when we want it doesn't mean we're falling behind. Note to self. Okay, so deciding, or should I say I decided to split this growth in three parts. So I have mental growth, physical growth, and content growth. So let's first look at the mental growth. So for my mental growth, right? We're starting with mental growth. I've been boosting my mental growth by being very deliberate with how I want to be projected in terms of mental stability. I've been journaling a lot more. Yeah, I haven't really been the kind to journal. When I say journal, I mean like to have an actual book and write down your stuff. I'm used to doing that on my phone in my notes app. Like if you open my notes app, you yeah. So I've been trying my best to get used to the pen and paper, and it's kind of working. I feel like it's helping. So, yeah. One thing I will say though that has definitely assisted me in this transition of my life is my growth with God. That is part of my mental. I feel like when you don't know who to turn to in terms of the human or physical, just turn to God. We as Christians couldn't stress that enough. And you don't have to have it all figured out. One thing I've also promised myself to do is to follow God's direction, to be ready and willing for his redirection, to also listen when he speaks. Because, as someone who is very used to having a plan and, you know, making sure that this happens at this time, this happens at this time in my real and everyday to day life, it's it can be exhausting not knowing what the next thing is going to be, because everything you've planned out isn't the way it's going, and that actually is how the ending of my 2024 went. And so, I was sure that, I've prayed, I've fasted, I've journaled, I've done this and that. I know 2025 is going to be perfect. And well, 2025 hasn't been perfect. Not to say that 2025 has been bad, but everything I had dreamed, everything I had planned for this 2025 isn't necessarily going in the time frame that I want. Not that it's not going to happen, but it's not happening in the time frame that I want. And so I'm deciding that when something happens, it should be a sign to me that God has something for me to wait. Wait, no. It should be a sign that God is preparing me for something better, something bigger, and I should wait and be patient. And not just being patient, but being patient in the Lord. So yeah. Also, I have a vision board. I know this is probably, well, to the girls, this is like a hype thing and whatnot. And I watched a lot of YouTubers talk about how this year they're not doing vision boards. For me, I'm stick by my vision board, because the vision board I had in 2024, I will say 70% of what was on that vision board came to pass. And so I have a vision board for 2025, and I'm going to believe in my vision board, because I feel it's important to have something written down for you to visualize as you pray on what you want to achieve. I don't want to be praying for things out of the blue. So a vision board helps me stay goal oriented, if that makes sense. But yeah. And another thing which I think is gonna be my motto for 2025 is the Lulu is the Solulu. Because I've seen people dream big here on YouTube and things are happening. And when I talk about dreaming big, I'm not talking about, I don't know, I'm just meaning like, if you set your mind to something, you're definitely going to achieve it. So yeah, the Lulu is the Solulu. Now we're moving on to physical growth. So for physical growth, I have started working out again. I'm really excited about that. I had started working out in 2024 for the first time ever in my life. And that was short-lived. I only worked out for like a month or so around June, July. And yeah, I wasn't consistent. But I'm taking that upon myself to be consistent. And I'm using this video as an accountability check for myself. So you're coming along with me. But yeah, I also want to embody the art of looking good even when I'm just home. Like I said, I've transitioned, so now I'm a homebody, and if you know, you know, it can be so hard to look good because you're like, well, I'm just sitting at home. But I want that to change. Like you see, I did my makeup, which I usually don't do. I only do my makeup like once in a blue moon, or like, when I'm making a video or something like that. Of course, making a video, so I do my makeup, but you get the point. Anyway, I also want to put more effort into my present to better my future. What I mean by that is I don't just want to hope for the best in my future. I want to start working towards those goals physically. Like, for example, I want to grow my YouTube channel, but I can't just dream it into existence. I actually have to put in the work. I have to post the videos. I have to make the videos. I have to create the content. I have to plan the scripts and whatnot. So that's what I mean. So I'm working on my present to better my future. But I'm not gonna say suffer now and enjoy later. If you can find a way not to suffer, but still be able to achieve your goals, I think that should be the way to go. Now let's go to content growth. Content growth, I would say, um, I've had to rearrange my content schedule around what I do at home. So that means not as many vlogs, because I promised myself this year that I would make as many vlogs as I possibly can. But because of the changes in my life, I haven't been able to make vlogs. My home is a very busy place, siblings, parents, people all over the place, and so it wouldn't be easy to vlog. I wouldn't lie. I and I don't do much, so I wouldn't have much to vlog. So I decided I'm gonna try to get as many sit down videos as I can for as long as I can until I'm in a space where I can actually create vlogs which are interesting, are meaningful, because I don't just want my content to be I'm just making vlogs for the sake. I want to create something that is of quantity. No, sorry. I want to create something that is of quality. Yes. And not just the quantity. So I don't want it to be the more the better. Instead, I want it to be with these few, you get something. I want you to take something out of my vlogs. I don't just want you to watch my vlogs and say, oh, it's another girl making YouTube videos. No, I want it to be, oh, it's some girl you happen to know and she's super interesting, she's super fun. Yeah, I want to pour my heart into making content and not just, you know, you're consistent, but you're just burning out. You're just making content for the sake of. I don't want to make content for the sake of. I want to make meaningful content. So I'm trying to be consistent without having a burnout, especially since like I said, I now have a TikTok account. And so I'm going to try to be consistent. No, no, I'm going to be consistent. Yes, I'm going to be consistent. And I'll make sure to vlog or create content as much as I can. Because TikTok is the type of place to be consistent. Like you have to post every single day. And well, if you have the content to post every single day, you can. And so I'm trying to find the little bits of stuff that I do that can be turned into content, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this video is my refresh video because I'm not reintroducing myself. It's just a refresh. Last but not least, something I want you to take out of this video is we're not perfect, but the trying and putting in the effort matters. And it's important to take accountability. So consider this mine. Yeah, I just want us to remember we're not perfect, but we're trying, and that is enough. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like, please do share, and please subscribe. We don't say this enough. Let's grow the family. But yeah, bye.